Cleopatra, then your lipstick, Cleopatra, then your 6-inch heels catch ya.
Hey y'all, so welcome to today's video. As y'all can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm gonna be doing an in-depth makeup routine, like actually going through everything. Y'all have seen me do my makeup several times, like chit chat, get ready with me and stuff, but I've never gone like actually in depth and showed y'all the products I'm using and like what I do. So I'm doing that today. I decided that's what I wanted to do for this week's video. If y'all can tell by the where I am, my surroundings, I'm not at the dorm, I'm in my room. It's Thanksgiving break, so I'm home for the week. So yeah, I don't know, it just felt like old days, like me sitting in front of my window with my phone, just recording a cute little video. So I'm doing an in-depth makeup routine, and it's also an affordable makeup routine because y'all, I am a college student right now and I have a job, so I definitely don't have the means to be going to buy like high-end products like $50 foundations, $30 concealer. Like, I just don't have the money to do that right now. And even when I got into makeup and I was in high school and stuff, even when I had a job, I wasn't making enough to be buying like nice high-end products. And just because a product is high-end or more expensive doesn't always mean it's good or it's better or whatever. Like, my whole face routine is made up of very affordable products, and I think my makeup turns out looking pretty good. So yeah, it's an affordable makeup routine. It's gonna be in-depth. I'm gonna be giving y'all all the details, and y'all know I don't like to ramble too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video. I hope y'all enjoy it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video if you like, and leave me feedback in the comments also if you like. And let's get into my makeup routine. Just pin my hair back and I'm ready to get started. So also, when you start your makeup, you want to start off with a fresh face, clear of any like oil, well, not oils, but clear of any like dirt. Like, make sure you've washed your face and you've moisturized it, got a good base ready to start your makeup, especially if you're doing like foundation and stuff. Make sure you have a good base to start on, and then first thing you want to do is use a primer. This is the primer I use. This primer, a little goes a long way, so I don't put a lot on my face. I probably put the most on my cheeks, and then if it's too much for my cheeks, I just rub it in everywhere else. But typically I don't need to use a lot of this because it's a good primer, so don't need to use a lot of it at all. Hey y'all, so quick little switch over to voiceover mode. Y'all see me rubbing the rest of my primer in, and then I'm gonna go in with my MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime Spray. I use this to set my makeup at the end, but this can also be used as a primer, so I use it for that as well. And then I just let that dry a bit into my skin, and then I go in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in black. It's double-sided, as y'all see. Before I do anything with my brows, I make sure that they're all brushed out. Everything is going in one direction, so it makes it easier for me to fill them in. And I like using a black brow pencil. I know people say use like the darkest shade of brown, but I don't know. I like how the black looks on me. It's up to personal preference. So as I start doing my brows, I do one like straight line at the bottom, and I kind of line the bottom of my brows in the shape I want it to be in. And then I add another line towards the end top part of my brow, and I brush it out so it's not so harsh. And then the rest of my brow filling process, I kind of just fill in towards the front and then get towards the end, and then I brush it over again. It's a repetitive process until my brows look the way I want them to look. You see me here going over and kind of making that arch that I want, and then you see the difference between this one and that one. And then I repeat that process on my other brow. Next, I go in with my e.l.f. brow lift, and I get the spoolie, put a little product on there, and I very lightly go over my eyebrows that I just filled in and shaped. I go ahead and apply some of that product onto them lightly, so I don't like brush all of the makeup I just put on all over my skin instead of on my eyebrows. and I just shape them, make sure they're the way I want them to be, because this stuff is very like strong. Like once I get my eyebrows in place and it dries down, it's they don't move for real. And then I repeat that same process on my other eyebrow. Next, I go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, and I put about this much on my hands that I can grab off of. I don't even use all of this, and I like to apply my foundation with my fingers. I don't know, I just feel like it's easier. Some people do it with a brush, some people just like put a dot on each part of their face and then blend it, but I like to kind of literally spread it around my face with my fingers. I spray my beauty blender with the setting spray a little bit, and then I blend in my foundation. And I love this foundation because literally look at it, like it doesn't even look like I'm blending anything in, because the shade match is so good and the foundation is so like, it really is like what it says on the bottle, the matte and poreless, that's what it is. Like whenever I put this foundation on, my skin always looks so smooth. It looks like I don't have any foundation on. It's just, I love it so much. And I turn my beauty blender over to the flat side when I'm blending like the edges of my face, kind of sort of. So like you see where my hair is, like I try not to get too close to it, and that's kind of on my face. So when I'm blending those edges out, my foundation, I try to use the flat part of the brush. I feel like it makes it come out better. Next, I go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I use the shade Fawn. Um, I put this in the inner corners of my eye in like a triangle shape, and I try to kind of just pack it on there. I don't put way too much, but I definitely put enough. And then I do that other eye over there, and I apply a little small line to like the outer part of my eye, which you'll see right there. Yes, I do that just to add a little lift, like shape to my face. Then I go in with the elf flawless brightening concealer, and this is in a slightly lighter shade, and I put it on top of that darker concealer right in the corner. I don't spread it out anywhere else. And then here I'm going back in with that darker concealer, and I'm putting it on the bottom of my chin, and then I do a little strip down my nose, and that's the only places I apply concealer. And I get my beauty blender and I begin to blend out my chin and my nose first. I do the inner corners of my eyes, like my eye concealer last, because I want it to dry down as much as possible before I start to blend it. With this, you see me just patting it in kind of gently, not spreading it out too much, because I want it only in that place where I put the concealer. And then the same thing with my nose, patting it in gently, not too much, because I want it in that exact spot that I placed it. And then I do my eye concealer last because it's dried down a bit. And I kind of pat it in, like you'll see me pat it in, and then I kind of let it sit for a second. Like I'll go to the other eye, pat it in a little, let it sit for a second, do the outer part, and then I'll go back in and blend it all the way in. I don't know, I feel like my concealer just turns out better that way. To me, your concealer comes out the best when you let it sit a little. I don't know what it is about it. So the way I recommend you put it on is apply it, let it sit for a minute, pat it down, let it sit for another minute, and then completely blend it out. And next, I'm going to go back in with the lighter concealer, and I'm going to do one little stripe because I feel like it adds a little bit of extra coverage. And like I said, letting it sit, letting it dry for a minute. So this is me kind of letting it dry down. And then I go back in with my beauty blender and I blend it in to the rest of the concealer. Then I take my CoverGirl Clean Professional Powder. It's in the translucent medium shade. And this is what I use to set my concealer. So I get a little bit of this on my beauty blender, about that much, and I just put it in the places where I applied my concealer, so my chin and then the inner corners of my eye. And then I have that strip on my nose that I just put there. And while that's setting, I get my Beauty Bakery bite-sized macaroons blush in the shade Hey Pumpkin. It's this really pretty orange. It's so cute. And I use this Real Techniques brush and I just apply it on my cheeks. I used to put it a little higher up, but since I've had my hair like this, I kind of been just keeping it all in one place, like right on my cheeks. And then I learned putting a little blush in the middle of your nose. It helps a little. And then I take this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush and I just swipe off the excess powder that maybe was left on my face from when I set it. Then this is me showing y'all my base. It looks so good. And then I take my e.l.f. highlighter. It came with this duo in the pomegranate shade and this mini beauty blender. And I just pop that on my face in the places where I like. I put it on my nose and then I only put highlighter on my cheeks as well. I used to do like the brow bone and in the inner corner, all of that, but I don't really do that anymore. So y'all see. Then I get my lashes and my lash glue. These are some little Amazon lashes, and y'all see I cut my lashes before I put them on. Some people don't need to, but I do. I recommend doing that. And I just apply it with the brush, and then I put a little strip on my lash line for extra hold. And before I apply my lashes, I grab my MAC spray and I set my face before I put those on. So applying lashes was probably one of the hardest things I had to learn when I started doing makeup, but I feel like I finally got it down packed now. Tweezers helped me at the beginning, but once I kind of place it where I want it, as y'all can see, I just use my fingers to kind of push it into my lash line and push it down more so it's not like a gap between my lashes. And anyone who's learning how to put on lashes or you're still learning, like when you're putting them on, make sure you have a mirror in front of you and you see how I'm looking kind of downwards. When you apply the lash, make sure you kind of hold the mirror downwards and you're looking down at the mirror as you're putting the lash on, because it helps a lot with not having that gap in between them, making sure you're putting the lash directly on your lash line. And then y'all see the finished product. Y'all see my lashes is on and cute. For my lip combo, I use any beauty supply lip liner or eyeliner. And y'all see I'm just doing like a small line. I line my bottom lip first. So top lip, I do one side at a time. And I very slightly overline my lips. And I do the same thing to the other side. And I just kind of make the shape I want. And then I rub my lips around, smudge them, make sure I like how they look and they're symmetric. And I take this Ulta Beauty lip oil, I swear by the tangerine one, and I apply it on top, and that is it. So y'all, this is the final result, the finished product. Y'all see skin looking good, highlight looking good, lashes looking good, everything looking good. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all actually got some, insight. I hope y'all got some tips, and I hope that y'all found some new products y'all may want to try out or want to buy, want to purchase, since these are also cheap and affordable. And I will see y'all next Sunday in the next video. If you got to this point, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I really appreciate those of you who do, and I love y'all. I hope y'all had a great morning, evening, night, whenever y'all are watching this, and I'll see y'all when I upload next Sunday.